Hi everybody, it is Allison Jacobson and I usually go live later in the afternoon, but I decided it's 75 degrees today, so I'm going to the beach. I'm meeting a friend at a restaurant by the beach and I'm just going to soak up the sun on the beach. As I said yesterday, I am a beach girl. I'm going to get as much as I can for as long as I can. So that's why I'm going live. If you're not on now, you can watch it on replay, but if you are here, just give a shout out, say hi, put a little emoji so I know who's all on. And for those of you who don't know what I do, or you're not aware of me, I am a coach for women in midlife to get past whatever fears or obstacles are preventing them from reaching their personal and professional goals. We have, hey Diane, we have so much fear, and fear can be a lot of things. It could be imposter syndrome, it could be a lot of things, and it prevents us from moving forward. So I wanted to talk because it was really profound today. I was walking with a friend who's just an optimist, and she said she finds herself waking up being afraid of what hasn't happened yet. And I realized that that is happening to so many of us now. We are living in such a time of uncertainty, of stress, of anxiety, of fear, and it's literally eating away at our mental, spiritual, and emotional health. And then I was in a Facebook group and there was one poor mom, a working mom. She works 10 hours a day. She's got a second grader at home. And she was talking about how they keep marking her kid absent. And because of that, got an F. And she's all stressed out calling the school. And all of us have so many reasons of why we're stressed right now. Either, it could be the wildfires and people out there and just our climate change, the political unrest, God knows the COVID. There are just so many things. And I found myself, when this all began, the uncertainty of, is my daughter going to go off to college? Is my other one going to go back to school? When is this going to end? It's the uncertainty, I think, that's really eating at us right now. So, and then there's more, right? There's the people who have lost their jobs. I was talking to someone last night and she's stressed about her job. She has a job, but she doesn't like the people she's working for. They're really nasty, but she needs to stay. There's the essential workers who are just working their tails off, exhausted. So we're all facing it in different ways. And it's almost as if we are, there's two metaphors I always think of. Whenever, I've lived through some really bad stuff, as I'm sure many people have, but my son died when he was 3 months and 24 days old. I was out in LA during the Northridge earthquake and the Rodney King riots. I was working in New York City during 9/11. I live near the Sandy Hook school, and many teachers in my school district had kids that were in Sandy Hook. And we've all lived with this bad things that happen, but it just seems like 2020 is just a series of bad things. Like we're not even able to get a breath from what's happening. It's almost like we're a prize fighter in a ring and we just keep getting pounded and knocked down and we try to just come up for air and then something else knocks us down. And it made me think about the movie Rocky, right? That the first one where, the great Adrian, but he's in the ring and he's just getting hammered by Apollo Creed. And there's that scene I still can't watch today where they cut his eyelid open so he can still see. And it's horrible. And you're almost wishing he would stay down because we're so sick of seeing him getting knocked down and we can feel the pain. But he keeps getting up. And at the end, even though he's lost, he's won because he's gone 15 rounds, something nobody has done. It was his personal best. That's what's happening with us right now. We are getting knocked down. We are exhausted, but we keep getting back up. We are that winner. We are that fighter. So, and that's my dog because my son's coming in, but that's okay. This is real life and I'm having my son's home. But so I'm thinking about that, how we just have to keep fighting. We're fighting against 2020 and we need to do that. But by the same token, we also need to be really good for ourselves, to ourselves, and care about ourselves. So there's a couple of things And I wrote a blog about this today, so you can also go read the blog on my Facebook page, Allison Jacobson, Midlife Maven. But here are a couple of the tips I wanted to give about how to release and reduce that stress and anxiety we're feeling. So number one, as much as we're watching this on Facebook, stop engaging online with nasty people. And we could be in groups and all of a sudden a troll will come on or it's even a family member who has different views and opinions, and you find yourself getting sucked into these arguments. Here's the reality. At this point, we're not going to change anybody's mind. And all that's going to happen is we are going to allow this negative energy to eat away at us and suck up our time and take away from our time of things we could be doing that make us more calm and peaceful. So don't engage online, and take a break from social media and CNN and Fox and all of those news stations. It's going to be the same news. I tell this to my husband all the time. It's like, turn off the TV. It's not going to change between now and 8 o'clock at night. It's just not. All it's going to do is just keep feeding in. So take a social media break when you can. The third thing that is really important is breathe. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but think about it. When you're really nervous or scared, you're holding your breath, and then all of a sudden you let out this sigh of relief. We are literally holding our breath and we don't even realize it. So what I want you to do is practice breathing. Breathe in for 4, hold it for 4, and breathe out for 4. And do this several times. You will literally find yourself relaxing. And do it when you're sitting at a stop sign. Do it when you're going to the bathroom. Just breathe. You need to have that breath come into you. The other thing I would say, and this goes against the first thing I said, is share. Share with friends how you are feeling. Also, share with a group. You know, all of us are going through this. And what happens is we become so isolated, we feel like we're the only bad mom whose kid is not doing the work online, or we are the bad employee because we're taking so much time away from work because we're dealing with our kids, or we're the bad partner or spouse because we're so caught up in everything going on, we don't even have time for our significant other. We're not the only one going through this. And as soon as you realize you're not the only one going through it, it does help. And there's people that can empathize. So find your tribe, find your group online. This group you're in, I can promise you, is one you will always get that support, and we will be here for you. You can vent, you can cry. Hey, Abby. But this is a tribe where you can express how you feel. The other tip, though, is go talk to someone professionally. We are going through a time of massive anxiety and depression and stress. And when I went through my divorce, my GP said, you need some anti-anxiety pill. You need to take the edge off. And I had never been a pill person, but man, she was right. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. In fact, there's everything right with asking for help, because if you need an anti-anxiety med that allows you to think a little clearer, calm down, be less stressed, that's huge. So go and ask for that help if you need it. The other thing that's important, which Abby's doing right now and I'm doing later, is go and walk, go and get some exercise. If you are a summer person, go to the beach right now. If you are a fall person, go for a hike. First of all, the exercise will get your endorphins going. The endorphins will just kick into your brain and will get you to relax and will elevate your mood immediately. But also when you walk away, I know when I'm having a stressful day, this is my home office, I sit here for at least 8 hours and you just get so involved. You got to take a break. Just change the scenery. If you're walking around, you're going to get a different perspective and you're going to clear your head. And when your head is clear, you can make better decisions. So take a break from what you're doing. The last thing also is practice mindfulness. And I'm going to do a whole coaching class on mindfulness, but basically what that means is live in the moment. I know that's easier said than done because we're worrying about what's happening in the future and we're kicking ourselves what happened in the past. Focus yourself on the here and now. And it takes time to do this, but one tip you can do right now is, I know this sounds cliche, but go out and smell a flower. right? Go out and just smell the grass. Put your feet in the grass. Focus on the immediacy, because chances are, right this second, you're okay. Right this moment, there's nothing to fear. So be grounded in this moment. And it takes practice. I promise you, and I'm going to work with you on that if you're interested in another coaching course, but just practice mindfulness. So, as I said, I'm usually going later. If you're interested in learning more about me, if you're liking this group, just give an emoji, invite people into the group, because the more women we get in, the stronger we become together and the more courageous we become together. You can go check out my other stuff on my website, allison-jacobson.com, and have a great rest of the day. Bye now.